Oh, what's up, people? All right, so I got this request. Doesn't happen too often. From Renard Monet. It says make a video about Patriot Front. Was it a false flag? Are they a bunch of feds? Are they base? Tell us what you think. Honestly, I don't really know much about Patriot Front, but I never let ignorance stand in the way of making a video. You know, like, oh, I don't know anything about this. Oh shit, let me make a video on it. Throw out there the world. In general, I think this, oh, they're feds. It was a fed. It was a fed-led movement, whatever, a fed-led event. This has become the biggest cope I've seen, where everything bad or unoptical that happens can just be blamed on feds. Instead of actually saying, you know, like, our guys or these movements need to be better, you just blame it on feds. It's become like the new countercultural comeback. Like January 6th was all feds. I haven't watched that close. January 6th, man, I'm so tired of hearing about it. I'm almost tired of hearing about it as I am COVID. I don't really care that much, but that seems to be the counter narrative, is that like the feds led the goddamn thing. Like, I'm sure there was informants in there or people that work with the feds, but I don't think you can then put that in the entire government or just blame it on the feds unless you can show that they somehow inspired it or wanted it to happen. Was it a false flag? No. I mean, I think these groups, they like to get out there in the streets. Patriot Front, all they are is the new reincarnation of the NSM, I believe. National Socialist Movement. Obviously, I think originally they had the swastika, and then they went to that, like, other rune thing that looks like a bow or like a bug or something. You know what I mean? It's like the box with the two little leg appendages in the bottom, whatever that thing is. And now they're doing like a remarketing of the American flag, something type thing. Again, I don't know much about them, but obviously they talk in private, but they're a club. They're like a fraternity / fight club type thing. I think there's a lot of these groups, like in Australia, this one, and other countries. I mean, I don't know. I think they're stupid. If you have good ideas, you got to be getting out there in the mainstream and actually influencing real people, not starting like a quasi militia and marching around and scaring people. But again, I don't think they believe in democracy, so they probably don't want to be part of the electoral process. They're trying to do it this way. So I think it can be effective for what it is they're trying to do. Recruit guys, kind of be a destabilizing force. I just don't think it's good tactics, ultimately. But I don't think it's feds running this. I think they have, like any gang, the Bloods and the Crips, they have informants in there. So I think that exists. But as far as just blaming this on the feds, again, that's just another cope that people like to argue about. It's become a cope in multiple ways. Everything can always be blamed on feds. But again, I don't know a lot about Patriot Front, but these are just my thoughts. So it's a semi-good topic. Are they based? Well, people who use the word based usually would think they're based, but I don't think they're based. I think they're, yeah, I don't know. I think they're dumb, cringy tactics. They have a street presence. They could probably kick some guys' asses if they wanted to because they're organized. And they're in shape. Don't forget they're in shape. No fat guys. So, no, I don't think that makes them feds. Like, those guys at TRS, they started this really, or at least made it big where everyone's a fed, but even they weren't saying they're feds. But then again, those guys they like to say the opposite of what everyone says. So if people are saying they're not feds, then the TRS guys would be like, they're feds. And if everyone says they're feds, they'll say like, oh my God, this is now a cope. So it does get confusing. I don't know, I'll read about them, and if I change my mind, I'll make another video. This isn't really, something I'm that interested in. Patriot Front, like, they don't even have a public face. Like, they just do private recruiting. They're like a fight clubbing fraternity. And they go out and march. I don't get what the fuck the point is. I guess to show their presence, to, like, try to get new people. All seems stupid to me. I think young guys, like, they don't understand what real power is. Now, real power isn't, marching around with shirts on and, like, flexing and being strong young guys. Like, that's not what power is. It helped translate into power in places like Germany, in Russia, in Italy, because of the show of force, but these days, I don't think that's how power works, especially in a modern country like the United States. Power is being organized, soft power. It's money. It's who you know. Like, I know Israeli advocacy does a lot behind the scenes, talking to the right people, moving money around. They're not out marching in the streets, like, trying to, well, I mean, you're not going to get a bunch of fucking Jews in Israel, yeah, but you're not going to get, like, people like that to march around and be a show of force in the United States. That would ultimately be pathetic. But, alright, I guess I rambled here a little bit, but admittedly, this isn't my area of expertise, but maybe I'll read about it, maybe not, I don't know. Honestly, it's not that interesting to me. It's just some guy, I'm flattered, but somehow you thought, like, I would add some value about this Patriot Front. I'm not sure I have, but like I said, I never let ignorance stop me from opining or making a video. Everyone have a good day.